number 5 will be about the WHO documentation. And some of you may learn on the first preparatory meeting from the that Dr. Warisa may introduce about how to search for the document. But from now, this session will be introduced to all of you about the documentation and the detail about it. Let's start the session number 5 about WHO documentation. Keep in mind that during the session, we will have the quiz during the session. So please be with us all the time. The content for this session will be divided into 4 parts. First, it will be Global Health Activity Model. Second, it will be documentation storage. Third will be about the documentation. And fourth, it's about other source of document. Before anything else, I would like to provide you about the, as Alexander Graham Bell said, that before anything else, preparation is the key to success. So this is very important step for all of you to complete the test of the WHA 74. And the visual documentation is very important to learn because many of the topics, it have a long standing and have various story behind. So you have to learn about it, finding the documentation and fighting for what is the action have been done. So you will have you can prepare a good recommendation for your agenda. As is already provided to all of you, this information about the visual governance, that World Health Organization, it's have many of member states, 194 member states, and they have about 6 regional office, and you can see that it is the world map. They have a really diverse of geographic diversity. So that's why it has many kind of global health agenda was introduced in each of the region. Therefore, the WHO was introduced, established the WHO governing body and meeting to deal with all of this global health agenda. And we can see that this is a 2 level of the WHO organization. First, it's a regional office, and second is the headquarters. The regional office, we are in the Southeast Asia regions, and we have a regional committee which will meet every September every year to consider the agenda of our regions. And then the executive board will be meet in January to help consider the agenda before it will be considered in World Health Assembly in May, which is the World Health Assembly that we will attend in this year. It's WHA 74, and the executive board in this year, which is already held in January, it's Executive EB 148, and then they will consider all of the agenda that has already passed WHA in executive board again, back to back after WHA was in. And for the documentation, you may have a question: where is the document come from? Because when they have a meeting, they have a governance, where is the government will become from each of the meeting. This is the global health activity model, and we can consider that when the document pass through this, it will become an output and storage in the WHO website for all of you to learn and to finding for the related documents, what happened in the past, and what is the recommendation or the action that have been done. For the document that will become the output, first it will become the like a evidence base, or some of the input will become like when member state would like to raise something, they will draft based on the evidence that they would like to solve some of world health, some of the global health issue, and then they will like introduce as the draft output, like a draft resolution or draft decision or the declaration or the statement, and then to become the output, the draft output has to pass the pre-meeting to like consider together with other member states to be like have a agreement of each member state, and then it will be passed the sub body like executive board or regional committee to make a comment, and then it will be like make a finalization exception under the main event of World Health Assembly. And then this document, when it go plus through the global health activity models, it will become the output and storage as a record under the WHO website for member state to like operation or and management and for evaluation. How can you find for the document? As the WHO is a specialized organization under the United Nations, so they will have a documentation rule as the UN. Before 1998, the document will be stored as like a paper. But after the UN has their own document storage system, WHO also established their own document storage system as an electronic file, and you can be find it's very easy under worldwideweb.who international. So from this stage, I would like you to access to the website of WHO together. And maybe I will request some of you to share how to find the document. This is the WF's website, the currently homepage of WHO website. And you can see that for emergency, this is the current page, which is include coronavirus COVID-19 pandemics, which is a very it is a emergency topics of WHO now. And if you would like to search for the document, now we will focus on the document of World Health Assembly 74. You go to About Us, and then access to the governing body. Under the governing body, it will have two parts, which is WHA and EB. So access to WHA. From the web page of WHA, this is the providing document that they will present to you. First, it's about past World Health Assembly, and second is the upcoming World Health Assembly. For the past World Health Assembly, they will provide all of the document from the previous meeting that you can access to all the document which is the previous meeting has released. And for the upcoming meeting, click to the upcoming bar here. And you will see the page of 74 World Health Assembly here. Under the page of WHA 74 session, this one is the live session that when the WHA 74 is coming, they will have a record here. And if you already make an intervention, you can check for your intervention here. And for the document, the below bar is the document for 74 session of WHA. So click here. This is the page for WHA 74 document. You may see that it has various kinds of document in the upper bar: main document, information document, diverse document, resolution, decision, conference paper. Various kind of it here. And how different between it and what type of it. For the WHO documentation, the type of document may be divided into 4 types. First is the report and other information, like report, journal, list of delegates. Actually, the first one is the secretary will prepare for you. Second, it's the draft output. The draft output is the draft of the paper that just come from member state to draft or to propose to the health assembly to consider like draft resolution or the draft decision. And the output is the draft output which already finalized by World Health Assembly. It will become an output. And it also have the meeting record like verbatim record or summary record of the committee, which you can like search for and read for the record. The secretariat already prepared for you the record that's from the previous meeting. So if you consider the bar, upper bar, we can divide it, the type of information into like report and other information is include main document, information document, and diverse document. And for the second, about the draft output, it will come out as a conference paper. And the resolution and decision will be the third one as the output. Next, we will learn about the document format. As you can see that each document, every document of WHO will have the document format, the same format. And when we consider the heading of the document, it will be fine that this is the WHO logo, and this is the information about the meeting place, the date, month, and years. And this is the WHO document symbol here. And this is the document title. And this is the document that show you on the screen. It's the Provisional Agenda. Under the Provisional Agenda, you can see that it will be divided into 3 parts. First is the plenary. Second is the part of Committee A. Third is the part of Committee B. For the real WHA, the plenary will be the starting date and the end date of WHA. And it will be the opening of the meeting and the important events like award. And then it will be divided the committee into 2 committees, Committee A and Committee B. Committee A, it will be about the technical agenda, and Committee B, it will be about the management of WHO. And for the virtual meeting, they will be divided into 2 rooms also, Committee A and Committee B. And you will see that the agenda under each committee will be divided into 4 pillars, which is the pillar number 1 is 1 billion more people benefiting from UHC. Pillar number 2 is 1 billion more people better protect from health emergency. And pillar number 3 is 1 billion more people enjoy better health and well-being. This is a 3 billion goal, and more 1 pillar addition is more effective and efficient WHO providing better support to country. And this is the component of the Provisional Agenda. This is very important. You have to check the Provisional Agenda because if your agenda the report is not released yet, you have to check for very frequently checks for the provisional agenda, because if the report is already released, it will be stated in the provisional agenda under the topics that you're responsible for. And if you want to find for the related document, this is the most recently related document that you can find for your agenda. Like if you're responsible for agenda number 13.1, Global Action on Patient Safety, this is the related document. This is very recently related document that you have to consider. So let's talk about the WHO documentation symbol. The symbol of the documentation will be on the heading of the document, and all language version will have same symbol. And this is the structure of the symbol. If you understand the structure of the symbol, it will be easy to you to know what is that document. The symbol will be divided into two parts. First, it will be provide information on the meeting and sessional of that meeting. And the second will be the document explanation. For the first part, A72, it means WHA 72. A will be used for the World Health Assembly document, which is the main document. But for WHA, we'll use for the document which is the resolution and decision. But for other document, like other document from EB or PBAC, it will be start with EB or PBAC. And for the second part is the document explanation. The document explanation will consist of the abbreviation explain that document and the number of that document. This is the example of abbreviation to explain the document. Like add is the additional information. REV is a revise of that document. INF is the information document that Secretariat provide on request. DIV is a diverse document. It's the information that come up during the meeting. CONF is conference paper, and REC is the record. This is the example and type of documents and the example of the symbol you may see on the screen. For the main document, as I already tell you that for WHA, the main documents, it will be start with A. But for the resolution and decision, it will be start with WHA. But for EB and for PBAC, the main document and the resolution will start with the abbreviation of the meeting, like start with EB and start with PBAC. So now you already learned for the document symbol. Okay, time's up. I will randomly pick one of the participants to answer. May I invite Japanese participant Kato Takamura to answer the quiz, please. Are you here with us?
Dr. Kato is from GLOW USC.
Oh, sorry. So, can I ask uh, คุณอุทัยวันพี่อุทัยวันค่ะ to answer the question please unmute your microphone
Okay. I search for the main documents and get into A74/21 and the last page, action by the Health Assembly. The assembly is invited to note this report. Correct? Is that correct?
I will open to all our participants to say it together. Okay. Slash. Okay. And the last part. Invite to note the report.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Yes.
And the assembly may also wish to
consider how to further raise awareness among member states.
Okay, correct. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณค่ะ Okay. For the second question, I'll give you 30 minutes because you already have an experience. Okay, time's up. And now may I invite representative from Japan. Okay. Miss Karin Fukatami to answer the question, please.
Hi.
Hi.
We are discussing about the meaning of this document. It means maybe WH 70 seconds. And the slash means a report.
Yes.
41 is a report number. And the WH, this report is reported by 2019 May 13. And
Yes.
This topic is external and internal audit recommendations, progress on implementation reported by the Director General. It's information for member states. Thank you.
So this A72/41 A72/41 is the information for member state.
Yeah, it is action by the Health Assembly. It is said that the Health Assembly is invited to take notes of the report.
Okay, correct. Thank you very much. Thank you. So you can already learn the symbol and what is the action have to be done by that agenda. And next will be about how can you find a related document. And as I mentioned to all of you that when you search for the provisional agenda, under the provisional agenda, there will be provided the related document. And when you search for the related document, you will see the detail under the document that it will be provide you the other related document. This is the how to find the related document, such as for the universal health coverage. This is the report of WHA 72. When you read the document, it should be stated that this is not an earlier version of the report, which is the related document, and it means that this report is already considered by executive board. The earlier version of the report is already noted by the executive board, and also the other related document which is stated in this UHC report is the resolution EB 144.R9, which is the related document. For WHO documentation, we already learned about the report and other document and other information already. So the other important one is the output that you have to learn, because this is the resolution and the decision of all member states to deal with each of the global health issue. And the output you can find from the WHO website, which is in the section of resolution and decision here. And because of this WHA the meeting is not happened yet, so resolution and decision will not come up. So we will go to the previous meeting, which is WHA 73. And under WHA 73, you may see that it will have various kinds of resolution and decision which have been already considered by World Health Assembly and make the decision of all member states of WHO. And how difference between resolution and decision. As the resolution and decision, they will have the structure, the same structure, the preamble paragraph and the operational paragraph. The preamble paragraph will introduce about this agenda, this of each resolution and decision to you. And the operative paragraph will be like the operation of member state or director general to do regarding that agenda. And as I told you that this is the symbol of the resolution and the decision, and you may easily see that if they use dot, it should be the resolution. If you use a bracket, it will be the decision. And how different between resolution and decision? Actually, they will not have a concrete conclusion about how different between these two. But we may see that the decision maybe has a very shorter than the resolution. And the resolution will reflect the will of member state and provide the policy recommendation and assign the mandates for WHO. But for the decision, it's like a formal action taken by the WHO. And the resolution, the main concern is about policy recommendation, but the decision, actually it's maybe about the procedural matter. And both resolution and decision is non-legal binding. And the length, usually this is as I said, that it's not a conclusion, how different between resolution and decision. But usually the resolution will have a have many pages than the decision. The decision usually have only 1 page. And the preamble paragraph, both of them has the preamble paragraph, but for the operational paragraph, for the resolution, it will be separate to urge or call member state to do something and request DG to do something. But for the decision, it will be combined between urge member state or request Director General to doing something. This is the example of WHA resolution, and I said that they will have the preamble paragraph and then we have a operative paragraph here, which is urge member state to do and urge Director General and request Director General to do. And for the WHO resolution preamble paragraph, it will like preamble, like it is the preamble. It will be like recalling something or recognizing something that has already happened in the past, which is related to the topics that they would like to introduce for the resolution. But for the operative paragraph, they will like endorse and call upon to doing something and urge member state to ensure, strengthen, or establish to do something, and request the Director General to like to help member state to solve the problem of global health topics like support or provide or to report to the governing body meeting